situation?
No, from what I know, no, because I was just at the function. I said, "Hey, yo, what's
So Lace instigating.
No, not at all.
Now see, that is an issue. That is an issue. People know your situation, just like Lace in the situation.
Yeah.
He knows that y'all frat brothers. He also knows that was your ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
When people are not included on this whole situation and they caught off by surprise,
I'm telling you.
It wasn't
what can you
that
do?
And Lace in there like, you know he running through that mud. Lace at the other side, you know he running through that mud. He like, I know that ain't who I think it is over there with something. Lace like, I know that ain't who I think. And he like, hey, ain't that? That used to be, he like, you know.
Hey.
And bruh, that 2 fights, because now I got to square up with Lace.
Why you got to
Because now I got to square up with Lace.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace. The podcast with men that have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast with men that have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace.
It's a put on a t-shirt.
well, Melvin, that's a true observation.
What? I just pick a t-shirt. Y'all the ones who got to go to empty your bladder and stuff, getting coffee.
Okay, those are natural
hibiscus.
things, Melvin. I watched you for 10 minutes fold 10 t-shirts and put them in a duffel bag.
Why had to put
And
them
then,
back in
no. But here's
alligator
alligator
I had to
bag.
put them back in the order they came in.
No, and then look, check this out, Lace. He pulled the hat out that he's going to wear, which is that hat. Great hat, by the way. He made the adjustments to it because I imagine when he puts them away, he puts them at a certain adjustment. And when he wants to put them on his head, he has to readjust them.
Yeah, I got a system.
Okay, so I watched that. But then of the 10 hats that you brought with you, I saw you reorganize the hats in a specific order before you put them in the bag. Melvin, put
got a
them in the
system.
bag so we can start recording.
No, because the way some of the brims are folded, you can't stack them back the right way and it'll ruin the hat. So I got a system. I got to protect the hats.
It ain't going to hurt them for
And I had
a few
to fold
minutes.
the t-shirts back in the order that they came in. I got a specific system.
It ain't going to hurt them for a few minutes for you to have them hats out of order.
You ain't never
And
had a
I didn't
snapback get bent up.
And I didn't realize this until just now. I didn't realize you had an OCD complex.
Slightly. I got a system. I'm particular,
Which
bro.
explains everything
I am
now.
very particular about stuff. I got a system.
So when I said he's particular about
I wasn't
things,
saying that you wasn't.
now it was
No,
a
no,
big
no.
issue then, but he can say he's particular
I didn't
about
disagree
things.
with you saying that I was particular. It was the way that you was insinuating that I was taking control of your life in the order of things.
No,
because
I was making the observation of who you are as an individual. You
I
are
know I'm particular. I agree with that.
Okay, and it applied to a situation at that time.
No, because Mel be like.
And that's when I know you losing the argument. Whenever Mel
It's not
is
losing.
going to attack your vernacular or your voice, you know he losing.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Melly Badass, aka Meek Mel, aka Favorite Truth Teller, aka if you don't want to know, don't ask me.
It's your boy T.Dot Roy, your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, aka NBA Old Boy, aka I'm him, aka Uncle Shan, aka the Menace No Relation to Dennis.
Let's get it. What we talking about today?
We on everything. Lace said he had a story time.
Always
Yes,
got a
and
story.
you know how stories- you know
Always
how
got a
stories
story. Always got a story.
Stories
So,
go.
let's go ahead and check
I
in.
look forward to this.
Let's go ahead and
Story
check
time.
in. Let's go ahead and check in. So, what would you do? You were married. You got divorced,
Mhm.
or whatever. Oh, let me back up. You're in a Greek lettered organization.
Got you.
Okay.
Your former spouse in a Greek lettered organization.
Okay, so both are in Greek
Yes.
letter organizations. Okay.
They end up, the relationship dissolves, they get a divorce or whatever. You just so happen to be, at a function,
Mhm.
and she shows up to said function
Okay.
with one of your fraternity brothers.
Mhm.
Ooh, is it a line brother or just fraternity?
Just fraternity.
Mhm.
Okay.
How do you react, respond, connect, engage
Mhm.
or crash out?
First question is, do I know him?
Absolutely. Both,
so I
both,
know
both
him personally.
active. Both active in said chapter.
So I know him personally.
Yes.
The date that she showed up with.
Yes.
Do we have a cordial connection, or is it like someone that I probably would have? Because some chapters are big. You just know he part of the chapter, but we not really cool.
Let's just say it's a chapter where everybody knows everybody.
Okay. They know everybody, but they don't necessarily know everybody's business. So I might know you, but
I'm married though.
But I might not know who you married to until I met Shorty and she told me, I'm married to XYZ.
Or was married to XYZ.
Or was married to XYZ.
Uh-huh.
So what do you do in that? What do you do in that situation?
I'm going over there to speak.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to speak. I'm going to say I'm going to be petty. I definitely am going to be petty in that instance. But
as an outsider looking in, I'm curious, how do you handle these fraternity?
How long we been divorced?
I think it's
because now I'm trying to figure out
maybe a handful of years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so if it's been that long, then I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't go out of my way to.
And
speak.
this is a guess.
So I'm saying, like, if it's recent divorce, I'm definitely going over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be like, hey, I wouldn't expect to see you here. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You left your drawers at the house.
Oh,
you supposed to. You still got some stuff over there that you need to come pick up. Hey, what's going on, bro? Nice to meet you, man. What's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not nice to meet. We in the chapter together.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But if it had been some years though, if she walked past me or something, I'd probably speak, but I probably wouldn't go over there.
Right. But also you have children together, so you have to deal with one another.
Oh, so they got kids too.
Yeah.
Now you're adding layers.
Yeah.
So who got the kids and who weekend was it?
Well, they both at the function. So
that's what I know. That makes a difference too. Because if it's your weekend. If it's your weekend and we got kids and you here, who got my kids?
Yeah. So again,
who got my kid? That's the question.
How do you react? How do you respond?
Who weekend is it?
That's a really good question. I am very curious though, like, how do frat brothers, sorority sisters manage situations like that? Like, are you more loyal to the code, to the oaths that you've given? You know what I'm saying? That you disregard the whole situation. It was like, I don't know, y'all. I'm curious to know that.
I guess I'm trying to figure out in what way are you asking this question?
I'm just,
you say like the oaths and stuff like that.
Well,
to like you talking about like,
because ain't no
that's what I'm about to say, to each other.
Limits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, to like each other.
Well, first of all, I don't want this to be read too much into. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more so saying, like, if we have made a promise to be brothers in arms, is it supposed to be your brother in arms' duty to make sure he doesn't tread upon your life? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like, because you my brother, I ain't got no problem with that? Do you excuse certain behaviors? I'm not saying you excuse all behaviors, like anything that is against the law or something like that. Like, you can't do stuff like that. But like, you can excuse situations like this.
In terms of Greek life, I would say that if it was a line brother, line sister situation,
that's a problem.
It's more shiesty.
Yeah,
it's more.
Shiesty is the appropriate
It's
word.
definitely more shiesty. If I used to talk to your line sister, or if I used to talk to you and something happened with us and I start talking to your line sister, that's way worse, I think, than just anyone who's part of the general body.
What if it's a big line though? What if it's like, you know what I'm saying?
117 of y'all.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
you were 6, she was 74, or
right,
something like that.
I
So
mean,
you like, all right, yeah, nah. I mean, they're still gonna have that line sister connotation, but that's a big line though.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying that's a little bit more. I see what you're saying.
But if it was only 3 of y'all on the line,
that's
which
not
happen usually would happen. You're obviously, the smaller chapters are going to be at more the PWIs and the larger ones are going to be
right,
HBCUs.
Yeah.
But it's just like, depending on how many people was on the line.
Yeah, I mean, you got 180. Like,
come on, you don't know her that well.
You don't know them.
Yeah, you don't know her that well. Y'all ain't cool like that.
Yeah,
y'all ain't cool like that.
Yeah.
So I that's what I'm saying. I think it depends on what level of acquaintance we have, and if we've been divorced that many years, I don't think it would bother me as much. Like if it was recent, obviously I'm definitely gonna be petty
Sure.
going over there. But if we've been divorced for that long, my question still is gonna remain: whose weekend is it?
Right, and the
supposed to
kids
have
can,
the kids,
kids
you
can
need
be
to
of
be with
age
the-
where
you're
they
supposed to be at
can
home.
watch themselves or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but again, it goes back to the principle of the matter.
Mm.
Should your chapter brother be rocking with your ex in said capacity? That is the question.
Why you thinking? Let me put it in ways that I could probably relate and understand, because I'm not in fraternity. So somebody who is a Christian is dating my ex-wife. Now, if they are somebody from my same church and my same small group,
Right. There you
Okay,
go.
all right,
I'm questioning.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
questioning some. I'm questioning some.
Because you've been watching them for a while.
Yeah, you've been watching for a
Yeah.
while now. But if it was somebody, at another church within the city, I'm like, all right, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably met on a church visit or something like that. It just so happens, So that
But that happens a lot though.
That
People
does
get divorced
happen a
at
lot.
church and find their spouse at the same church.
For sure.
People do that
at the
a lot.
same church?
Yeah,
That
I've
happens
seen
a
that.
lot, bro.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
That happens
okay,
a lot.
yeah, you're right.
So
right.
I mean that is a good example to
Yeah.
put it in perspective.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
But if you was in my small group though, depending on the size of the church, just like the size of the line, if it's a mega church and you dating somebody else in the mega church, I probably wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Even
because
though
I go to 8 o'clock and you go to 11.
Yeah, right. But if we both at the same Wednesday, Thursday night small group stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I find out you dating
and you watched us be married, and then now that we divorced, now you talk
because I came to the small group talking about her,
yeah.
talking about our relationship and our issues and stuff.
See
like that.
this is when I think context matters
Mhm.
because if you part of the chapter and we know each other and you watch me be married to this person
Mhm.
and we divorced and then you started dating her, then that's when I would have a problem.
That's what, and that's
That's
why I
when I would
posed
have
the
a
question.
problem. Because if you could have just entered the chapter, you could be a brother from out of town that moved and you joined the
Mhm.
chapter, something like that, and you
Mhm.
don't know us that well. Y'all met somehow in the humble, and you bring in like
That wasn't
that's
the,
different.
ain't the case
But
at
I'm
all.
saying if you sitting there and you
Ain't the case at all.
we used to be married, you watched me be married, watched me go through divorce,
Mhm.
and then now you show up to Alpha Ball with us, something like that. We have an
Right.
issue.
But say for instance, okay, your ex is with this particular brother who is also known to run through
Oh, see,
said
Mm-hmm.
chapter.
Uh,
What you go? I mean, how do you have that conversation? Are you looking out for her? You looking out for okay? I'm just letting you go off and do your thing, or what? Or do you pull the brother to the side like, yo, I got to deal with this in a different capacity, and what your decisions that you are making or have made can have an impact adjacent to what I'm trying to navigate and try to deal with because I have other responsibilities.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna pull up on them. If it's that brother in the chapter, we gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Regardless.
Okay.
We gonna have a conversation because if you're number one, if I know that's the type of personality that you have, if we know that's what your your game is, whatever, then I gotta have a conversation with you. Although that is my ex-wife, if we still have kids, if we have kids and stuff like that, there's still a connection that I have to have with this person.
Yeah.
And although the marital love may be lost, care about this person may not be lost to where I just stop caring about their well-being altogether. So then I would definitely still have a conversation with him and be like, real live, like whatever you got going on, if it's not like on the up and up,
Yeah.
if it's not on the up and up, like
Mhm.
we legit have a problem. Like we just gonna have a problem. I don't know how to explain it no other way.
Right.
I don't want her,
Mhm.
but I don't want to see you do her the way that you might be
Right.
about
Known
to.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
known for whatever. So we definitely gonna have a conversation.
I dig it.
how do you think it will be received?
I don't care how it's received.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Well, I'm saying this is your frat brother.
Mhm.
He understands. Y'all have the same creeds. Y'all have the same cut from the same cloth. All that type of stuff. I'd imagine he would respect it.
Nah,
not
not necessarily.
always, but-
Because some will be take the. At the end of the day, niggas gonna nig.
Right.
Mm.
And regardless of brotherhood, connections, whatever. If he get to the point where he feel like I'm challenging him, or he like, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do, or she, or a lay statement, if she throwing it at me, or that is definitely a lay statement. That is definitely a lay statement. Like, hey, bro, she approached me.
You took a strike just now.
She approached me. I didn't do it. What did I do?
That's crazy.
What did I do?
That is definitely a lace.
That's crazy.
What did I do?
That's definitely a lace statement, because there's a bunch of laces out there that be like, hey, she throwing it at me. Like, if you got a problem, with that, talk to her, blah, blah, blah. Ain't got nothing to do with that, yada, yada, yada. So I definitely think it could go, plenty of ways, regardless of how I approach him, because it'll just be, his response. Because even if I show up respectful and I don't know, like, see me outside and nothing like that, he can still take it how he want to take it.
Yeah.
And I think the issue, I'm talking about just me, the situation would change depending on how he responds to me. Because if I feel like you taking it a different way, now I'm going to create a situation. And it's not going to matter if we at Alpha Ball, because I might just have a conversation right then, because it might catch me by surprise. And I don't know how long y'all probably been talking if you brought her to the ball. Obviously, been talking long enough to want to invite her to this type of, situation. The tickets ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting dressed up. Yada, it's a night out. So obviously, y'all have had some type of interaction enough for you to even want to bring her to this event. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have seen me outside in the hallway or something like that. Like, we got to talk. I don't care if it's about a punch bowl, whatever you want to do, we will have it. And then depending on how you respond will be how the situation to go.
I would ask Lace how he would respond in this situation, but I already know what Lace is going to. How he's
What I'm gonna say?
I don't care. I ain't gonna care. It don't
I
bother
mean,
me none.
No. That's why I know. That's why I posed the question, because there is opportunity to still talk about what your intentions are. Because at the end of the day, this does have an impact on me in some capacity.
Oh, what's the impact?
With the kids
With the
and all
kid
that
and
kind of
everything.
stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Because if y'all get serious and y'all gonna be around,
right,
is you the type of person that I won't even want to be around?
correct, and that's so that
not that I
type
can
of
control it, but
right, just to have the conversation. But I would also hope that, just on the shield, he would have that conversation with me from rip if he was going to pursue the ex or whatever. Like, that's the type of.
And if he didn't, that's the issue too.
If he did,
Because
That's
clearly
what I'm
he
saying.
didn't, because I didn't even know he was bringing it.
right,
And I just see you pop
right,
up with
that's
it.
my point.
Okay,
So it's not, you know what I mean?
We definitely about to talk now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just conversation.
Yeah.
Just conversation.
Ain't try to pull me for a chat or nothing.
Nah, you know what I mean? That's all.
Is it recorded?
It is recorded.
All right, Lay's gone. Watch what I
Manly
do.
D's podcast, take 10 on Melvin.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Melly Badass, aka Meek Mel, aka your favorite truth teller, aka if you don't want to know, don't ask me. Hey, real quick before you do anything else, hit subscribe on this video. Go ahead, push the button. You're here every week. I know you like being here. You like what we doing. I see you in the comments. I see you engaging. Go ahead and subscribe, man. That way you'll get first alerts every time we drop a new episode. After you hit subscribe on this video, do me another favor. Continue to do what you've been doing, engaging, liking, commenting, laughing, joking, joining in with us. Let YouTube know that you care about what we doing, that you like these videos, so that way we can get pushed up to the top of that YouTube and get y'all to see us more often. After you do that, do me another favor. Tell somebody about this podcast, man. Tell your brother, your cousin, your nephew, your father, anybody that you know that you feel like would benefit from this. Get the word out there, man. Tell them about it. Tell them how good of a time that you're having. Tell them about these real conversations that we getting into, because we want to have more group chat vibes. You know what I'm saying? More life lessons shared, all of that, man. So tell your people about it. Get involved. Help us out. And before you do anything else, after that, continue rocking with us. It's the Melly D's podcast. It's your boy Melly Mel. We out.
He did it!
I mean, because we've this situation aside, I've seen matters in which a ex-husband or a ex-spouse period become familiar or friends with the new spouse that comes in that is with their ex. I've seen similar situations where that has happened, but that only happens over a course of time, and mainly also too because the new person is being brought in, they're oblivious to everything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas someone who is a part of your circle dating your significant other, that could be a whole different matter.
I think that usually happens when the men were in control of the divorce. like if I'm the one who initiated the divorce, like I don't want to be with you no more. I think those guys are more prone to have a better relationship with the new dude that comes in versus the dude who got left and had no control over the divorce. Like she took me for everything, and then this new man coming in, he interact with my kids. Stuff like I don't think that those guys are as quick to be like, oh, Tony cool, Tony all right. I think over time, but I think the other guys who may have like feel like I threw this away. Maybe like, hey, your turn, enjoy. Like I had my fight. You go through. So I definitely think it depends on how the relationship ended.
For sure. Y'all need to watch The Neighbors on Apple TV. Same similar scenario. Whereas
the Cedric Entertainer joint?
No. That's Fox. He talking about. I know what you're talking about. I seen him. I just never decided to watch it.
Yeah. So his friend, like they live in a community or whatever. Wife cheats on him with his friend. They get a divorce. She ends up marrying the friend, but they still hang out. Community type. Y'all just check it out.
Crazy.
Yeah, they live in a well-off neighborhood, and he loses his job and starts robbing. Stealing from the house.
Oh, I got to see this.
Or whatever. But that's just one part of the storyline. It's a good show. Y'all should check it out.
Is there any other layers to this whole scenario, this situation?
No, from what I know, no. Because I was just at the function. I said, hey, yo, what's
So Lace instigating.
No, not at all.
Now see, that is an issue. That is an issue. People know your situation, just like Lace in the situation.
Yeah.
He knows that y'all frat brothers. He also knows that was your ex-wife. When people are not included on this whole situation and they caught off by surprise,
I'm telling you,
what can you do?
And Lace in there like, he running through that mud. Lace at the other side, he running through that mud. He like, I know that ain't who I think it is over there. Lace like, I know that ain't who I think. And he like, hey, ain't that? That used to be like,
Hey.
And bruh, that 2 fights, because now I got to square up with Lace.
Why you got to fight?
Because now I got to square up with Lace.
Right. Now you
got to fight
because you making me the bid in front of everybody, bro.
How?
I'm not about to be the bid, bro. You trying to make me the bid in front of everybody.
How?
No, bro.
I'm confused.
No, because you you ain't confused because you know what's going on, nigga. You know we divorced and you see her with somebody. You ain't confused. You instigating.
How am I
You was instigating. You like, bruh. You was instigating.
I was not. I promise I wasn't. I promise I won't.
I can see.
That was not a curious what's going on
No,
here.
what I
type
just
of
it's like, hey, that's
yeah.
it. That's all. That's
like
all.
that is equivalent to when a woman's best friend sees her ex-man out with somebody somewhere, and they, like say we at a restaurant kicking it, and then I see your ex walk in, he with a new girl, and I'm like, girl, look at such a. That's what you just did.
No, it's not. That no. That's not how it went down.
Girl, there goes.
I can imagine you want clarity in this situation.
No, I just so happened to look. I'm like, okay, that's different. That's you know what I mean. So I just asked the question to somebody else. It's like, oh yeah, well that's what it.
To somebody else or the person.
No, to somebody else that was in close vicinity to
me.
Okay.
I thought you were saying that you asked the person.
Nah.
Okay. But even that causes more confusion for everybody who's in the situation.
No, you can clearly see. Ain't no confusion. You can clearly see what's happening.
And that's one of the main things that I hate when people have these secreted, closeted relationships in which no one knows about, and then you spring these people upon your friends and you expect them to open arm accept them. That should not be the case. I can't open arm accept this new situation. I'm being dead serious, bro.
I know you are.
If I am invested in your life, right, and you bring somebody along that I have no clue, you expect me to open. I'm not gonna. Of course, I'll be cordial. Of course, I'll be cordial, but you can't expect me to be like to not ask questions, to not investigate, to not press in a little bit more, to make sure that because I'm invested in you, I also want that investment in you to skyrocket with the person that you're with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know a little bit more about this because I don't want you. It's been several instances in which I know friends who have been in relationships wanted us to buy into the relationship, end up getting married, and then a divorce, and we never supported this relationship or friendship or whatever the case may be. And we showed our disdain, and they were like, "Well, see, y'all haters because y'all support me." It's like, no, you're moving into this relationship without counsel, and you want us to stamp it when I haven't. It's like before I sign the contract, I want to read it first. And you want me to sign the contract off on y'all's relationship, and I ain't even read the contract yet. Blind trust.
Yo, it's a lot of dudes who have not co-signed their man's wife or the women that they with, but we just after a while be like, all right, if that's what you want,
Yeah,
all right,
it's what it
whatever.
is.
All right, I told you already. If that's what you want to do, go ahead.
My man's
Then they turn around, the same dude be like, hey, you want to be my best man? Yeah, man. Just tell me give me the info. I'll show.
Yeah.
Standing whole wedding party, but I don't even like the person that you marrying.
when something secretive comes out and that wasn't shared and it's pursued and it's bought into, you feel some type of way. You feel excluded from the whole process. And it's like, why did you not feel that this was important enough for us to talk about? And partially is because, and the part of you start to think, it's because you already know inside yourself this relationship that you have started is suspect. And you want me to sign off on it. And in some cases, you can't do that. You can't do that. But as you are right, I got a homeboy. He got 2 BMs. Each time he's told me he's a baby's about to come out, it's like, congratulations.
It ain't the baby fault.
It ain't the baby. Because it ain't the baby's fault, and we can't go back and reverse what just happened. But what can we do moving forward? Hey, bruh, let's be in more community. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk more with one another, because you moving in a way that this could be the step to your 3rd BM coming out. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, your 4th. There's something that is inside of you that we're not addressing, and it's not helping you function and move.
Oh, he addressing it. He getting it out of him. There's something inside. Some on the inside working on the outside. What you mean?
And you just want what's best for your people. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
But when you want what's best for your people and you tell them the truth and you try to help them along, they look at you like you a hater.
I know. How does that feel? That feel terrible, don't it? That's the worst feeling on earth, bruh. When you telling people the truth because you know what's best for them. Well, you don't always know, but you have what you believe in your heart is best for them. So you tell them, you see them going away, and you pouring your heart out because you care. And they make you look crazy the whole time you doing it. Well,
here's the thing.
Well, the book I read says the heart is wicked. So
the heart is deceitful.
Above all things.
Above all things. But here's the thing, though. There's a way that you approach it,
Melvin. Say whose heart?
It's a way that you approach it, though, Mel. Sometimes.
Go ahead.
The facts are facts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I present the facts to you on 10, or do I present the facts to you gradually getting to 10, from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, or do I just jump straight to 10? Then it's not received.
Well, whose fault is that?
I think it's a fault on both parties.
Whose fault is
it's
that?
It's a fault on both parties.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely got into my mailbag within the past week. Homie pouring his heart out, X, Y, and Z. I just got sick and tired of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I just told him, I said,
you just got to tell him.
I just like, listen, you put all this money in the other things in your life. Why don't you put some money into this part of your life?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do nothing about that. Only God can do something about that. You can do something about it too.
He already gave it to you. But y'all be trying to be gentle all the time, giving people soft words. Sometimes you need to be told straight up what you doing is bad. Sometimes you just need straight to the point facts. I do agree. Sometimes 10 ain't always the requirement. But by the time I'm saying it, you done already got level 2 and 3 from everybody else. You ain't done nothing with it.
That's true.
So now you need Mel to say something.
I feel as though, and Mel, I'm not trying to pander when I'm saying this, but I am trying. I want to make a distinction. I feel like sometimes truth from levels 1 to 10 can be presented to certain people at certain times, right? So, dude to dude, you can talk to me on level 10. I can't talk to my life. I can't talk to my wife on level 10. And that's just a fact. I can't speak about your household. I can't speak about what you do with your family. I can't speak about what you do with your family. I know for me, I can't go to level 10 and speaking with my wife. I have to turn that knob up gradually, because then the matter doesn't become the truth that I'm saying. It becomes to the tone in which
and
I
whose
use.
fault is that?
Melvin.
Exactly.
I'm not trying
I know you
to
ain't gonna say
pander.
it. I know you ain't gonna say it. I'm not trying to get you to say it.
No,
I'm
listen,
not trying to get you to say it
it's
because
not
I
that-
don't want to get you in trouble. That is not my fault.
But it's just the
It
way
can be, though.
But it's not my fault.
It's just the way that people are built.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault. But listen, all right, Mel. Well, this might not be a good example, but the way do you talk to your son? Do you talk the same way to your daughter?
Yes, depending on the situation.
I know that ain't true. I've seen that with my own.
What?
Too.
It depends on the situation.
No.
It
depends on the situation.
I've seen you melt for your daughter.
I know that ain't true.
I said it depends on the
Go get
situation.
them juice boxes, baby. You want a juice box? I've seen that with my own too.
That's
with my
okay.
own too, and that's the same situation. Both
No,
of
it's
them
not the
thirsty.
same situation.
Both of them thirsty. Both
It's
of them
not the
thirsty.
same situation.
Both of them thirsty.
It's not the same
Go
situation.
get your juice, baby.
It's not the same situation.
It is.
It's not the same situation. No. It's not, because what? No.
It is.
No, it's not. It's not the same situation. It's really not.
How?
I talk to them. When I say that I talk to them the same way, I do use 10 with them, both. It just depends on the situation that we're dealing with 10. And sometimes I use 10 more with Maya than Miles because she needs 10. He don't always need 10.
That's
because
exactly what
Okay, so that's kind of what I'm saying.
But you're making it seem like but the way that you framed it was like I'm treating one over, like I'm showing more favor to one over the other.
No,
in
no,
terms
it's
of-
knowing your
favor.
personnel.
I know,
How you
but
need to have.
But I'm saying yes. So I used you, but you're saying you wouldn't talk to Maya the same way you would talk to Miles. You're afraid. You were basically saying I would be more aggressive in my language with Miles versus Maya because she's my daughter, she's my baby girl. And what I'm saying is oftentimes I am more aggressive in my language towards her because that's what she responds to.
I got you.
I don't have to do that with Miles as much. He's pretty laid back and easy going. I usually don't have to get to 10 with him because he's not as. When I'm looking at my daughter, I'm looking at myself. She's more strong-headed. She's more passionate about what it is that she wants to do. She wants to do her own thing. She's not trying to be boxed in. She want to do things her way.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Miles is more, I ain't trying to get in trouble. I don't want to ruffle feathers. I don't want to. So I'm just going, whatever. I'm gonna play the field. I'm gonna play the room. Where Maya is just like, hey, I got you. You gonna have to tell me 3, 4, 5 times because I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. And if you tell me to do it, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. So I understand that. I respect that because I'm the same way. So a lot of times when I'm talking to her, she need 10 because I know she need 10. So I don't. It's not like one versus the other. It's based on
This
Right,
situation.
yeah,
Okay,
the situation and the person.
So
But if I went 10 with my son,
But let me backtrack or a step back real quick. So maybe I shouldn't have gendered it. Okay, I just know
you're saying the personnel.
the personnel.
Right.
Yes, the personnel. So with my personnel, I know that I can go 10 with you, but with my wife, I have to get out eventually to get to 10. I have to go one step at a time.
Does she always need that, or have you made up in your mind that she always needs this? Has there ever been a time where you could have just been 10 and she been okay?
Good question. So I've noticed that the times that I have been 10, it has less yield than by me gradually turning the knob. So I've tested both sides. And even me being with 10, me being on 10, regardless if I'm right or not, I feel some type of way even in my approach because I'm like, man, she's very even tender with me. And sometimes when I'll be like, girl, just get it out, give me 10. I want
The
10.
truth.
Yeah, and she approaches it from a around the bush type of approach. I'm like, just give it to me straight. Yeah. And so I've realized the way that her approach with me, I probably need to take with her.
So 10, and just for clarification, because I know 10 is not screaming. When I say 10, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the level of which
Yes.
my directness. We clarify that before people think 10 is screaming.
Yeah, that's really good though.
Yeah, so it's not screaming. It's
but
just
you
the
know,
level.
Regardless if we clarify what it's going to be,
People gonna do whatever.
People
Of
gonna
course.
do it.
Yeah,
Of course.
So I like the level of like directness. I know it's balanced. I get it, but people be needing that. Y'all got enough people, and this is why I don't want to do it. Most of the time, why I don't want to do it is because y'all got enough people doing that already. The majority of the world is playing by that game that you talk about, slowly turning up the dial, slowly turning up, like even with kids now, coaching and stuff like that. Most of the parents, most of what you hear them saying, they don't respond well to yelling. They don't respond well to that. When I was a kid, all coaches screamed.
Yeah.
But that was like part of being a coach. I thought that every coach, that was part of the uniform.
Yeah.
To scream.
Yeah.
To scream. We grew up, our coaches screaming, and we never was leaving practice crying because the coach was screaming.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So it was just like, now everyone is patting everyone's slow pacing everyone into it. Let's take it. Let's say everyone's doing that for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need this. Sometimes you need a 10 that's like, hey, stop playing around. This is what you need to be doing. Let it go. Cut it. Cut the charade. Do what you need to do. Handle your business. Get it over with. Like, it's just, that's what it is. Sometimes I get it. It is balance.
It's balanced.
It's balance. I'm trying to learn how to turn the dial.
Yeah.
But
Now,
I would prefer 10.
Now imagine this: people who anticipate receiving 10 from you, they get 2. They're gonna be like, "What's up? What's he on?" And I can imagine
And it could actually show a level of genuineness and care rather than dogmatic and this is just what it is.
Yeah, and being direct.
But so many people come to me because of that.
Okay,
I'm
so
not saying
and-
that-
I know. I'm not saying that you attacking me or nothing like that.
No.
But
I was just saying that
it
can't be the same. It can't be the same approach all the time. Hell, even Jesus had different approaches to how he told stories, parables, got people to buy in to ministry, etc. So it can't be a one size fits all for everybody.
Bro, I feel like
one size fits all clothing.
I feel like, and that's not a true thing either. I feel like people read that Jesus flipped the table at one time, and they're like, "Oh, I'm flipping tables for the rest of my life."
Yeah.
He was very direct with a lot of people. There was plenty of other stories in the Bible where he was very direct with people.
Sure.
People make it seem like Jesus was never direct. Like he was just always soft. Like he just
No,
was
of
never.
course not.
He was very direct with people quite a bit.
He called Peter Satan. He told him to get
All
behind.
type of people.
Yeah.
Shorty asked for healing. He said, "Why am I going to waste my time with dogs, giving crumbs to dogs or something like that?" I'm just saying, there's plenty of other opportunities.
Yeah, that is
I'm
very.
just saying,
that's very so much true.
Be direct.
Be direct. How do we get?
It just saves time. Being direct to me saves time.
Right, but being direct, you can be direct and have the appropriate approach in directness. It don't have to be like
Abrasive
sharp or abrupt or like it don't have to be none of that. You can still be direct.
Which I agree. We're getting away from being direct because sometimes I'm like, hey man, cut the BS. Just get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sugarcoat anything for me. And sometimes I think people have to ask for that to avoid the sugarcoating stuff. However, I do believe the majority of society is looking for somebody to sugarcoat them.
Yeah.
Sugarcoat it for them. But what society is also missing is truth. So if you can sugarcoat it, but with adding truth, which is something that we are totally getting away from nowadays, we're just letting people just do whatever they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. You're always right. What you you're always the victim. Everyone's wrong in their approach and stuff like that. Like, I don't believe in that coddling. But if we were to sugarcoat and add that element of truth, I think
that's people's problem. Most of y'all diabetic. Okay, too much sugar is bad for you. We all know that.
That is,
y'all just sugar ridden. Bunch of diabetics.
He ain't speaking
okay?
wrong.
Too much sugar. Y'all had enough sugar. Some of y'all need to get off the sugar. You need the facts. You need the real information. We shouldn't feel bad for that. People need that. That's not what we're supposed to be talking about, but that we got there somewhere. But that was a message for somebody.
Yeah, that was. Now, how did we? Where did we land with this couple? Do we know how it's working out right now or anything like that?
Yeah, what happened after the fact?
I mean,
Did
it
they
was
talk to me
cordial. It was
we ain't about to see
low
kiki
key,
ha ha nothing.
low
I'll
key
tell you
vibe.
that much.
I wouldn't say there was a kiki ha ha, but it was definitely a we go play it
cool for the event and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So more to come as the situation continues.
How
to
do y'all
evolve.
be doing that?
Who is y'all?
People, like, because you would do it too, like have an issue. It's not a negative. It's not negative. I just legit. How do y'all be doing it? Like, for example, that situation. If you were in that situation that caught you by surprise, you would have played it cool for the event in the situation too, and you would have kept it P until whenever. How do y'all be doing that? Because if I got an issue,
oh yeah,
I'm not waiting until I'm not gonna be cognizant of the event. Like, I'm not gonna do that because we at such and such. I'm like, nah, I see an issue. I got an issue.
Sure, but it's not necessarily about the event or the optics of. It's more so, why would I make myself look foolish in this setting for no reason? She came with the. I mean, why am I going to? And we can have a conversation while at the event or whatever. I'm not saying I wouldn't have the conversation, but she came with him or whatever. Why? What is the purpose or premise of me making a scene? Or
well, I'm saying make a scene, but some people would have not said anything at all. They would have just held on to it and then maybe have a conversation later.
Something got to be said.
Something got to be said.
But it ain't. I mean, it's just okay. For what? I
think Lay said it well once before. He said, either I can mess your night up right now or I can mess your night up later. Which one do you want?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think the better of the two is let me wait till later, because also too, the function is going to happen and I need to process how I feel at this moment, because if I
already processed.
If I see, that's the problem.
Some of us have faster processors than others.
Some people do. I know I'm not in some situations, I am a fast processor, and others I'm not. But in this situation, I need to process this whole situation and whole matter. One of the things that I would do in order to process it is, how would I feel if the shoe was on the other foot? What if we divorced and I walked in with her sorority sister? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would I feel? How would I want that approach? And I have to run that scenario through my mind in order to realize, okay, let me look at it from the other standpoint of view. Because I think that's what oftentimes we don't do enough. We look at matters from our own perspective, but we don't put ourselves in that person's shoes.
See, that's a wholesome take. And that's what I'm saying. How do y'all do that? Because to me, I don't care about how the shoe would be on the other foot.
Right.
And I'm telling you why I would say that. Because in this instance, you've already shown that you don't care how I feel about nothing, because of how you just popped up here without saying it. He didn't say nothing and she didn't say nothing, knowing she was coming to the event and we married. She knew I was going to be there. Or she knew it was very likely that I was going to be there. And she didn't even say, hey, I am going to be coming to such and such with whatever. Just want to let you know so you don't see me. So because you didn't even do that, not even just him, you didn't do that either. So that I'm not sitting there in my head.
She don't owe you that.
Maybe
what? She don't.
To not say, I mean, technically, yes, because to me, that's no different than acknowledging to someone that you have kids with that you got somebody that you're talking to now.
No, I agree with that.
So in some way, you do owe me to at least say, this is what you might run into at this event. If we talking about how the shoe is on the other foot or how it may look or how it may impact me, walking into a situation where people know both of us and know that we used to be married and you show up with somebody else and I'm there as well, how do you think that it would impact me? So in some way, you do at least owe me a heads up. You don't owe me an explanation like for disclose everything in this moment. Maybe you don't know, you haven't figured it out. But to at least say, hey, I'm pulling up to whatever with such and such, just want to let you know I'll be there, whatever, so you don't say, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with
it. I feel like you would owe me that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think there's
that. If you don't do that, then don't say nothing to me if I ruin your night at the event.
What they really what they really owed each other was dedicated commitment to their marriage, and it's obvious they not do that. Okay?
Oh my God! In this damn episode,
no. But what I also want to bring up too is I hear what you're saying, Melvin, and is valid. However, I question the tit for tat type of mentality. You did this, therefore I'm going to do that to you in this moment. I think that has been the issue within specifically the Black community, where we feel as though if someone does it to me, well, I gotta up the ante.
Get my get back.
I gotta get my get back. And I think when we have that type of mentality, we don't think, one, about the consequences. Two, we don't even think clearly, is this the best case scenario? And 3, we just go with what's the best for me in this moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that temporary, what's the phrase that you use sometimes, Lace? Momentary actions have consequences or something. Lasting consequences. And so I think we go to how can I make myself feel better right now, and then in that moment we have to deal with the consequences afterwards.
So basically, what you're saying, people gotta learn how to be the bigger person. Sometimes. Is that what you're
why
getting
you
at?
gotta debase it to being the bigger? I mean, yes, that
Because
is
you
a part
saying
of it.
tit for tat, everyone makes it seem like tit for tat. If my response to something that you've done to me, now it's a tit for tat situation. Why does it have to be tit for tat?
Because
why is my genuine response to something that you've done to me got to be a tit for tat? Why do we look at it as tit for tat?
Well, the way that you phrased it, you said, because you did this, I'm about to do that.
I didn't say because you did this, I'm going to do this. I'm saying that you didn't take me in. You're saying that I would have put myself in their shoes to say, if this was me walking into this room, how would I want them to receive me if I was in this situation? And what I'm saying is they've already decided not to put themselves in the situation where they're looking at my perspective. How is he going to, they didn't care about how I would feel.
Mhm.
That's why they showed up the way that they showed up.
Mhm.
So then how am I, not the tit for tat, but how in my mind am I saying, well, how would I respond if the shoe was on the other foot? I'm putting myself, why am I putting myself in this situation to see how they would feel? They've already showed me how they felt about me.
Mhm.
So
But you
why
can
am I
still
going
be the
out of my
bigger
way
person.
to,
You don't have to
I'm
go out
saying
your
I'm
way.
not
It's
saying
just
that I
more.
can't.
It's more of a cognizance.
I'm not saying that I can't. Sometimes I don't want to be the big person. Sometimes I
Right.
want to be the little person.
and that's fine. But it's more so.
Sometimes I want to be the little.
Melvin,
It's more so self awareness. That's all.
I'm self-aware. Sometimes
Okay.
I want to be the little.
Let
I
me
don't want to be the
speak-
big all the time.
Let me speak to you right now. You are not a little person, okay? And you got to understand that you as an individual, that regardless of what happens in the situation, whether you go to 10 or you don't respond immediately, you still going to be the bigger person in this situation. You have a big personality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So regardless if you take the high road while they go the low road, you still gonna be who you are. That moment does not define you as who you are as an individual.
I'm not saying it does,
You gotta
but it
set
is
your
pissing
pride
me off.
aside.
Yeah.
It is pissing me
And
off. I get
set
tired of
pride
hearing that,
aside.
bro. No. Sometimes
hold
I
on.
want. Sometimes I want to keep it. Sometimes I want to hold it.
Hold on.
Sometimes I got pride. I want to have it.
And
nigga.
I'm not
I ain't
talking
want to
about
try to put it aside all the time.
And I'm not talking about a plural you as in individuals or people. I'm talking to Melvin the third.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you said you got on me because I be saying
You be saying my whole government.
So I'm gonna quit doing that. So that you the third, you are a big person,
Mm-hmm.
and you always gonna be a big person. The reason why I caution you as far as like taking the low road on there because we live in a society where we live in moments, and people will always chalk you up to who you are based upon their last impression on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Whose fault is that? Whose problem is that? That's not my fault. That's not my problem. That's what I be trying to communicate to people.
But that's not
my
true,
brain
though.
It is very true,
Lace.
Lace. I know you
It's
disagree
not.
with it. I know you disagree with it, but it is not my problem if you as a person are willing to reduce me to one moment of my life that you've witnessed
But
or
what
experienced.
about your actions in that moment?
That one moment, if you're reducing my entire life,
I'm not
to that,
saying your entire life.
but
I'm not
Lace,
saying your entire life.
Yeah.
you're not saying that, but that is what people do.
I'm not saying I agree with you that they do.
If you're a person who's willing to reduce someone's entire life, your entire perception about them as a person, about one moment that you've heard, seen, or experienced with them, that is your problem.
Which is
you
true.
are the one with the problem. I'm not the one with the problem. I may have done something not to your taste in that moment, but for me to be all of a sudden the only thing that you remember about me is that one moment. That is your problem.
That you're right. That is my problem. But what I'm saying is the momentary action that created the problem is something that we have to start taking accountability for.
Mhm.
That's all that I'm saying.
I'm not saying
as
I'm
far
not taking,
as
that's
far
a good
as
one.
the reactionary stuff where somebody can label you or whatever, that is their problem. But we oftentimes don't talk about, well, what did I do to contribute to?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah, that's all
I
I'm
did
saying.
the thing, but my thought in that moment is not other people. How people
Sure,
are gonna receive
right,
me or
right,
remember
right.
their lasting impression of
Right.
me, blah blah blah. Because that's how I think. If you're willing to only remember this about me, but whatever, that's your problem. You the one with the problem, not
Right.
me.
Agreed. I agree.
That's all.
Okay.
See,
Well,
we agreed a lot.
We did agree, and we found a way to dialogue without pandering.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? We are growing as individuals. And we hope that you're growing too with us on this Manly D's podcast. It's been a pleasure with y'all rocking with us for this time. It's your boy Troy, Life Coach Lace, Melly Mel with the Manly D's podcast. We out.